Life feels confusing sometimes. There are moments when I genuinely feel like an NPC. Like I'm just reacting, not really in control of my own actions. And that scares me a little. I keep asking myself, am I actually living consciously? Or just running on some invisible script? One thing I've been thinking about a lot is the law of attraction. Does it really work? I honestly don't know. But I wanted to understand it better. So I started reading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And something interesting happened. As I read the book, I started feeling more confident. My thoughts became more positive. It was almost like my mind was slowly shifting. I began to wonder, why think about negative outcomes at all when I can choose to think positively? So I tried it. I started telling myself things like, I am smart, I am capable, I will be successful. And for a while, it felt really good. My days felt lighter, but mornings were different. The moment I woke up, negative thoughts would quietly sneak in. And even though I tried to stay positive during the day, over time, I slowly drifted away from those ideas. The habits didn't stick, and those same old feelings started coming back. So now I'm here, trying to understand, how do I actually make this work? How do I take control of my mind? Instead of feeling controlled by it, sometimes I think about my past, especially when I was 16. There was something different about me back then. For almost a year, my mind felt calm, clear, in control. It was one of the most peaceful phases of my life. And the strange part? I had nothing. No money. No career. No big plans. But I had peace. Now, I have a job. I have some financial stability. I have responsibilities. But my mind feels restless. So I wonder, what changed? Should I try meditation? Maybe it will help. I don't know. But I do know this. I want that mindset back. I'm searching for it. And then there's money. Money is confusing. It feels like a double-edged sword. When you don't have it, life feels limited. But simple. When you start earning, suddenly there's freedom, but also distraction, pressure, and sometimes loss of control. I've experienced this myself recently. When I decided to start YouTube, I had so many ideas. One of them was to record my city, to create a kind of time capsule. So I went all in. I bought a DJI Pocket 3 camera, a 5 terabits hard disk, a power bank, a Mac Mini M4, and a bunch of accessories. And I bought most of it on EMI. At that moment, my thinking was simple. If I don't have the right tools, I won't be able to create good content. So I convinced myself. And I bought everything. Then I actually went out and did it. I mounted the camera on my chest and rode through the city. One afternoon, I even walked more than 6 kilometers in the heat, just recording everything. When I came back and watched the footage, something felt off. The video was too sharp. No motion blur. It didn't feel natural. So again, I went back to research. That's when I discovered ND filters, small sunglasses for the camera. And again, I thought, this is it. So I bought those too. And honestly, they worked. The footage looked beautiful, smooth, natural. I felt happy. But then a bigger question hit me. Will this actually make me successful on YouTube? And that question changed everything. Because now I started thinking, who will even watch city videos? And why? My original idea was to create a time capsule, record my city now, and then after 10 years, record the same places again. That idea excited me so much. But the reality? I would have to wait 10 years to see that result. And suddenly, that excitement faded. It felt like all my plans collapsed at once. That's when I realized something important. Maybe I've been overthinking everything. Maybe YouTube doesn't have to start as something perfect or strategic. Maybe I just need to start, not for money, not for the algorithm, not for success, but for something real. So this is me, starting again. No pressure, no expectations, just being present, just sharing what's on my mind. And maybe, somewhere along the way, I'll find that version of myself again. The one who was calm, clear, and in control. If you've ever felt like this, confused, lost, overthinking everything, then maybe we're on the same journey. And you're not alone.